All right, gang, we're back with our CrossFit and at-home Metcon for Monday, July 26th. 4 rounds today, 5 overhead squats with a tempo, 5 lateral step downs per leg, and then 20 feet of a lateral bear crawl, lateral bear drag per side, and we'll be alternating minute to minute. So minute 1 will be overhead squats, minute 2, lateral step downs, minute 3, those lateral bear drags. So working on our squat strength, skill, and mobility today, as well as our midline and overhead stability in this Metcon. Not looking to rush through these movements today. This is more about building that skill and technique on those overhead squats. If it's been a while since you've done that movement, let's stay very light on these today, starting with a PVC pipe. If you're at home, maybe a broomstick, or using a very light barbell. Form reminders on this overhead. Grip width. If you put this barbell or PVC right in your hip and then slide your hands out until those elbows are straight, that should give you a good relative distance. Wrapping that thumb around the bar in our setup, shoulder width stance, toes angled out. We want this bar to be right over top of our ears, and also, this is important, we want to externally rotate that shoulder so that the inside of the elbow is facing the sky. Once we can find that position, get that belly tight, hips go back, then down, keeping eyes forward on this movement, 3 seconds on the way down, reaching, stretching in the bottom, 3-second hold, and then driving back to the top. So stay slow, keep that control, work on that depth, make sure that your knees are staying out nice and wide, your chest is staying up tall, and your heels are staying on the ground. If any of that starts to break down, that's where you need to stop that range of motion for that 3-second hold before you come back to the top. So you've got 5 reps there, and then we'll move into those lateral step downs. We've done these for higher reps in Metcons the last couple weeks. So since it's lower reps today, your goal is to increase your range of motion. 20 inches has proven to be high for a lot of people, so they're having trouble controlling, especially that bottom range of motion. So a lot of folks have been adding a plate, maybe a couple plates, as that toe tap target. So this week, maybe you remove one of those plates, or maybe you cut that height down just a little bit. On this movement, keeping full heel of the base leg on the box. As we come to the bottom, we want to point the toe of the opposite leg, and we want this toe to stay forward of the base foot. Knee stays tracking directly over the toe or a little bit outside the toe. Just make sure that it's not diving inside the line of the toe. Chest stays up tall. We're not putting any weight on that tapping toe. So control that down. Barely tap that toe, come back up to full extension. We'll go from 5 on one side, right into 5 on the other side, slow and controlled on that movement. Finishing up with that 20 foot per side lateral bear crawl. If you don't have a full 20 feet to move, then do a couple 10 foot side to sides. That's what we'll be doing in our boxes in class today. Remember, when we set up on these, we want our hands and knees to be pretty close together. So you'll want to turn that dumbbell sideways. Knees are right beneath the belly button, hands right beneath the shoulders. Bring the knees off the ground a couple inches, and then try to squeeze that belly tight throughout. As we reach across to drag, we don't want our hips to shift a lot. We want everything to stay flat, get it outside the line of the ribs, and it's a very small motion for that traverse. Reach through, drag, traverse, keeping that back flat, trying to keep those hips square to the ground throughout. 4 trips through these movements. Focus on moving slowly, keeping good technique. You should still have a little bit of time to rest in between those movements, since you're kicking off each new movement per minute. Good luck on today's Metcon, and we'll see you back for Tuesday's workout.